Okay, so let's talk about the impact of pressure, internalized pressure, external pressure, uh, how it impacts your decision making and when you're trying to find a spouse, because it has a lot more impact than you think, and you don't even realize it sometimes because the way it shows up is not necessarily pressure directly the way you think. It doesn't sometimes even feel like pressure. But yeah, I'll go into it really quick. But first, I wanted to give a huge shout out to all the men that are sending their potential wives my videos. Okay. I get a lot of them. The wives come, or the potential wives come, the women come book calls with me, and they're like, the first thing they say is, "Oh, the guy I'm talking to sent me all your videos." And I'm just thinking in my head, like, this guy is husband material because clearly, if he's watching my videos, he's definitely husband material. And look, balloons, I didn't even try. It's literally a sign. Okay. So, alhamdulillah to all the men, doing the work, watching the videos, being good husbands or future husbands. I see you all. I commend you all, and may Allah bless you all. Anyways, it just makes me excited. Okay. It just makes me excited when people are putting in the work to change, and especially men. Alhamdulillah. Okay, back to what I'm talking about. Pressure, the way it shows up, if there's any sort of like fear or I should be married by now, or if I don't get it by now, I'm gonna run out of options, or um I don't want to disappoint the people. They're waiting on me. The other side's waiting on me, or people are waiting on me, so I have to figure it out. The way pressure shows up in so many ways and how I've seen it kind of manifest is it shows up in a way where you cannot feel physically attracted to someone, you cannot connect with the other person, and it makes it so much harder to actually continue a relationship with someone. So I remember when I would be talking to a potential, I would feel I would feel this pressure of like, ugh, I know they like me, and I feel like now I have this pressure of like trying to make this work. And if I don't make it work, now I have to like figure out how to say no to them. And then what comes up is like have to deal with whatever comes up after saying no to them, or whatever your story, your version of pressure feels like. It's kind of like this buzzing hum in the back of your mind that is driving the way you see things. It is the glasses of how you see relationships. And so I can tell when I'm talking to someone, I can tell like the problems they're going through. There's always this little pressure of like, I'm not where I should be, or um, I need to figure this out now. I should have this figured out by now, or what will people think? Or I can't let the other person down. Any sort of that literally shuts down any physical like I do not see them as physically attractive. And I don't I'm about to sneeze, but I can't. Okay? And so what happens is first of all, physical attraction and also emotional attraction. Like emotionally like you can't even connect with them because there's pressure. Now, the amount of pressure, it depends. Okay? So you want to rate yourself. You want to see, okay, what am I actually afraid of? I get so many cases that come to me and tell me I'm not physically attracted to someone. And the first thing I do is I say, show me his picture. Show me her picture. And they're literally, when they show me the picture, most of them are like objectively attractive. Like when I say objectively, I mean like some of them have like really beautiful eyes, standard looking person. And they're just like, I don't find them attractive. Then we do the session, we uncover their fears, we clear out all the things that they're afraid of, any pressures they're afraid of, and guess what? They all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, I actually find them attractive." That's not by coincidence. It actually when the especially for women, if you feel pressure, there's no room to connect. Your survival brain is on. You don't have the space or the capacity to try to find someone attractive or to be attracted to someone. And same thing for men. If there's any sort of pressure, like the pressure of his parents or the pressure of whatever, attraction is not going to feel easy. It's going to feel very hard. And so when I get people who say, "Oh, I just find no one attractive," I can tell immediately after talking to them there's some form of pressure or fear that's driving the way they see things, that's driving their life, driving the way they see relationships, especially. So once that's cleared up, what happens? Your nervous system relaxes. You feel more at ease. You're able to open up and to see, oh, okay, I can see them as a human being. There's no pressure to make it work. There's no pressure that, okay, I have to like make a decision like this is going to be my husband or not. Or this is I have to say if I can't say yes because then they'll think I'm in it for life and I'm not ready yet. And on all of that is put to the side and you're just there to show up and to see, is this a human that I want to continue living life with? No pressure, no like intense anxiety, none of that. Even a little bit of anxiety. Even if that shows up, you want to question it. Okay, am I seeing this person from a lens of anxiety? Am I seeing this person from a place of this might not work out and my marriage is going to be a disaster? Or can we take it back and be like, okay, this is the human in front of me. What am I seeing? You're able to actually open up and see a connection with this person. If someone's all up in their head about how they never make relationships work, or they always ruin things, or I'm not good at speaking, or I'm not this, and they're just like so stuck and nervous in their head, that's gonna not make the relationship work because you are not, first of all, not open for connection. Your nervous system is not open for connection. Your whole energy is just off. People can sense it. Even if you act, even if you pretend, there's no acting, there's no pretending. With relationships, you can tell, especially, okay, especially with a secure person. If you're talking to a secure person, they can tell when your energy's off in terms of there's pressure, there's something. I'll never forget, there was one potential I was talking to, I could literally feel the pressure that they're feeling. And eventually, obviously, I said no, and I was like, I just out of curiosity, do you even want like what's going on? Like I feel like you're under a lot of pressure. And he just kind of finally confessed. He's like, "Yeah, my mom's really been pushing me to get married." And I'm like, "Brother, this is not the space to do that. Let's like gotta figure that out first." And so, you gotta take down the pressure. I'm talking both men and women. A lot of women, especially from what I've seen, the reason it doesn't work out is because they're under so much pressure internally. They're like, I gotta figure out how to get married, or else I'm literally gonna run out of options and I'm gonna die alone. Like me saying that out loud, I feel the anxiety of that. You don't want any sort of that in your system. And even if there is, you want it to be very minimal to the point where you're aware of it. If you're at least aware of it, that's okay. But you cannot let it be in the driver's seat, constantly running the show. Now, normally, a healthy way of managing pressure and anxiety is you're aware of it, you're accepted of it. You're like you're not trying to run away from it. When someone's trying to resist it or run away from it, you start acting from a place of like trying to get rid of that anxiety, if that makes sense. Uh, so I'll kind of demonstrate an example. Let's say I'm about to meet my husband, okay? I'm about to meet or my future husband. For I'm saying like if I were to be someone who is meeting a man, okay, and I'm feeling a little nervous. Okay, what I want to do is ask myself, what am I nervous about? What is exactly happening? Okay. What oftentimes I hear when someone gets a little too nervous, a little too nervous, is they're either thinking I'm gonna ruin this or like this is like so good to be true. I'm like something's gonna go, like something's gonna happen. Something I don't know, but I can't think straight. And so they lose their internal balance. There's like some fear of pressure of that. They show up, obviously they flop the whole thing because they're not acting right. They're not acting themselves versus someone who, let's say I'm a little bit nervous because I'm like, I don't know who's coming, I don't know who I'm gonna meet. I'm gonna show up and I can easily communicate authentically. I can be like, I don't know what to expect. I'm like kind of, I was like, I don't know. I don't know who I'm going to meet. And you kind of naturally communicate what you're feeling. You don't have to say I'm so nervous I don't about meeting you, but I'm just saying like, I'm trying to like there's a lot going through my head. I just want to, I'm feeling a little bit like what's coming up. I don't know. And so you're light about it. It feels lighter to feel anxiety instead of like this heavy pressure of like solving that you have like I hope I'm making sense. It's just like a different energy. And I know you guys can feel it. And so my assignment to you is to learn how to feel that pressure and name it and manage it. So what I mean by manage it is whatever fear that's coming up when it comes to, let's say you just match with the potential and you notice this feeling that comes up, you want to label it and understand what you're actually feeling and understand the thoughts that are coming with it. Because when you're able to do that, you can soothe yourself. You can be like, okay, whew, I'm feeling like I might, if I talk to this person, I might be committed forever. And what if I mess this up? Or what if this doesn't even work out? And it's going to be more evidence of how this doesn't work out for me. And like, if all of that comes up, just like say it out loud with yourself and talk yourself through it. And you'll notice when you're more at ease with the pressure, when you understand what you're feeling pressure about, the pressure kind of goes down with time. And you want to talk yourself through it in terms of uh, what would you tell your best friend if she was expressing these same exact thoughts to you? What would you tell her to soothe her? And so if you practice that a lot, inshallah, that pressure goes down, the fear goes down, the way you show up in talking to a potential feels much lighter, it feels easier, it feels more like a breeze. And you'll find them a lot more attractive, by the way. Big, 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 big key side note, women are find it's very hard for women to relax and actually open and be receiving love and connection when she's so tense and stressed out or feeling afraid about something. So, woman, if you're watching this, it's much better to kind of either journal out your thoughts or, do a self-care routine that actually soothes you and calms you down, and calms down your nervous system so that you feel ready when you're talking to someone. It's a manageable type of anxiety. It's not You're not all over the place. Okay, alrighty, ladies. And men, obviously men watch my videos, and I'll see you guys in the next video, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.